everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am in Manchester. Manchester Piccadilly is just behind me, and today I'm doing a little challenge. I'm going to visit the top 10 UK railway stations by usage in 2021-2022. I'm not going to visit them in any specific order today, but I'll begin here at Manchester Piccadilly, which is a number 10 station by usage in 2021-2022. This station usage has recovered significantly over the past year after a very tough year of the pandemic. The passenger numbers are still down by approximately 37-38% from what it was before the pandemic, but I think Manchester has recovered really well, and I'll begin from here. What I will do as well is I will measure time of how fast I can visit all 10 railway stations, top 10 railway stations in Britain in 2021-2022. I will start when I leave Manchester Piccadilly and will head to Birmingham, the next station on my list. The time will start when I leave Manchester Piccadilly exactly, and I will finish when I arrive at the terminal of my last station, which I'm going to visit. So, to sum up today's challenge is that I have to visit Right, so the goal of today's challenge is to visit all the top 10 UK railway stations by usage in 2021-22 official statistics released by the Office of Rail and Road in one day, and do it in the fastest time possible. There are definitely could be people who will do it quicker than me, so you're more than welcome to do this challenge as well, and then let me know what will be your time. It obviously involves travel between Manchester, Birmingham and London. A lot of it is in London, so we will get there in this video a bit later. So it is a challenge, but yeah, let's see how long it takes me to do it. The first service I will be getting will be from here, from Manchester Piccadilly to Birmingham New Street, which is a station number 8 out of 10. And I will be getting a cross-country service, a Reading service via Birmingham. This service is currently delayed arriving here at Manchester, but we should still be okay to leave on time, hopefully, because then I have an important connection to make in Birmingham, going back down to London to be able to film the other 8 stations, all of which are in London. Look at this beautiful concourse at Manchester Piccadilly. I was let into the platforms a little bit early by a member of staff, so I'm very grateful for that, so I am able to film a little bit here without too many people around. And I think that the train is arriving from Reading, the inbound service. Of course it will be a Voyager, typical cross-country workhorse. this is Birmingham New Street. I have arrived from Manchester and my train to the next destination is in about 40 minutes. So this is station number 2 on my list, and in the UK it's the station number 8 in terms of the passenger numbers for 2021, 2022. You will see the numbers at the bottom of your screen. Let's see how we are doing time-wise. So time-wise we're doing 1 hour and 32 minutes at the moment. This is since the moment we left Manchester Piccadilly. If you have seen my previous video about West Midlands trains and Chiltern Railways, you will be familiar with this look of Birmingham New Street Station. I will not tell you too much about it. I will link the video up there and in the description box below, so you will be able to, if you want, go and take a look and watch it. There's absolutely no one here. Absolutely no one.
Welcome on board this Atlantic West Coast service to London Euston. Calling at Birmingham International, Coventry.
Seat 41. Right, let's go to London now, and we are going to Euston, which will be the station number 3 from the top 10, and then onwards to the other stations which are in top 10, and we will see how I get on. Tesco meal deal is an absolute winner at all times. Tesco, you are the best. And I'm back in London, which means it's time to do the remaining 8 stations on the way. Beginning with London Euston, where I am at the moment. This is Euston. I'm back from my little trip around the north. Been to Manchester, been to Birmingham, and I'm back in London. There is nothing special about Euston. There is an underground station just right here. The entrance is there. There are a couple of shops upstairs and a couple of bars and pubs to go, but the station itself is ugly, and there is a lot of construction work going just literally on the other side related to HS2, which is, I understand, it's fair enough. But my opinion about Euston is negative purely because this station is very, very small. There is little space, there isn't much to do, to be honest, and it's always crowded, but it is a top 5 station because of services to places like Glasgow, Edinburgh, Manchester, Liverpool, and Birmingham and others. So it is an important interchange, but it is my probably least favorite top 10 station. And now it's time to move on to the next station on my list, which is London Paddington, just a few stops on the Circle line from here. Let's go. Just a moment ago I incorrectly stated that Euston is number 5 out of 10. It is not, it's number 7. So I do apologize for that in advance, but you should still have the correct numbers on your screen below. You should have, when I was sitting by the Euston station talking about it. Right now I'm having a short walk to Euston Square Tube station, which is not connected to the main line station, which will take me to Paddington on the Circle line, just a few stops away. Paddington.
This is Euston Square.
And this is a story of how I lost approximately 10 minutes time. Instead of changing for the Circle Line train via High Street Kensington, which is now leaving the platform opposite, I was sitting on my train hoping to get to Paddington at some point of time on the Hammersmith branch. But our train wasn't moving for 10 minutes and we had to wait for the next Hammersmith and City Line train to Hammersmith in order to change. So unfortunately, I lost approximately 10 minutes time.
Now on platform 3 adjacent to the gap between the train and the platform.
This is Edgware Road.
It was a very bad judgment on my part at Edgware Road, unfortunately, and because of that I've lost approximately 10 minutes, I should say. And just behind me is Paddington, station number 6 on top 10 list. It's a station number 4 on my personal list I'm visiting today, so there are still 6 stations to go. You will see all the numbers at the bottom of the screen. But yeah, I will not spend too long here because it's now time to move on to the next station, which is London Victoria. I couldn't come to London Paddington and not visit Paddington. Hello. Time-wise, 4 hours, 14 minutes. Perfect timing. Circle line by Victoria.
Find the gap between the train and the platform.
This is Paddington. This is a Circle Line train via High Street Kensington and Victoria. The next station is Bayswater.
At least I was lucky with this train. Alright, straight away, Circle line by Victoria.
The gap between the train and the platform.
And just behind me is London Victoria Station, which is the station number 2 from the top 10. More than 36 million people used this station in 2021-2022. Even though it's still 50% below the pre-pandemic levels, it's still impressive and a well-deserved second place. And now I have to move on to visit the number 1 station from the top 10, which is London Waterloo. So I need to get the District line and the Jubilee line. Let's go. And so far the whole journey has taken me 4 hours and 35 minutes. London Waterloo, station number 1 from the top 10, and the station number 6 from my list. This is a deliberate 5-minute break. I'm at London Waterloo, which is station number 1 from the top 10. And this is station number 6 on my list. So I've got 4 to go. This is London Waterloo, the most used station in the UK in 2021-2022, proudly regaining its top spot on the list, because last year it was Stratford, which has been number 1 for a year, but now Waterloo is back. I think the commuter service has picked up slightly more than during the pandemic times, which explains an increase in passenger levels, but they are still approximately 50% down on the pre-pandemic levels. So there is still a way to go in terms of recovery, but Waterloo is doing the best among everyone, really. And now it's time to jump back on the Jubilee line and go to London Bridge. And in terms of time, I'm doing 4 hours and 50 minutes at this moment. Doing quite well in London when the tube works fine. Sorry. London Bridge Station, just behind me, is the 3rd busiest station in the UK 2021-2022. I will go through the station to go to the underground, which will get me to Stratford, which is the next station on the list.
Service update. We're taking place this weekend on the Bakerloo, Metropolitan, Piccadilly, London Overground, Elizabeth Line, and on the trams.
Right, just behind me there is Stratford, which is station number 5 this year in 2021-2022 statistics. Used to be number 1 a year before during the pandemic, and this station has actually recovered really well. I think it's only down about a third, maybe a little bit more from pre-pandemic levels, which is the best recovery of all top 10 stations. I think people really use Stratford a lot, people who live around here. And now it's time to do the last 2 stations on the list today, number 9, number 10 for me. But the next station which we're going to do is going to be London Liverpool Street. And to get there, I'm going to get the Elizabeth line to save myself a little bit of time, instead of getting the Central line, which comparably can take a little bit longer. Time-wise, I'm at 5 hours and 49 minutes right now, with 2 stations to go. Liverpool Street Station is just behind me. This is the second last station I need to visit today to complete my top 10. This station is number 4 in the top 10 most used stations in 2021-2022. Although this station is still one of the worst affected in terms of the number of passengers using it since the pandemic. I think the numbers are down by 51%, which is of course quite a massive change. The station is probably going to be rebuilt in the next few years. There is a project going on right now to completely revamp and rebuild the station to make it more user-friendly, to make it more passenger-friendly for people with disabilities. which is an amazing thing. Right, now I've got just one station left to do, which is London King's Cross. I am good on time. I have so far done everything in 6 hours and 15 minutes since we left Manchester Piccadilly. I'm a bit tired at this stage, but just one station to go. Let's go and do it. I think my train is in a few minutes time. Luckily I can get any train, any line from Liverpool Street to King's Cross and Pancras.
The Waterloo and City line is closed. The Elizabeth line is partially suspended between Liverpool Street and Shenfield due to planned engineering work. Good service on the rest of the line. The London tramline is partially suspended between
This is
Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
This is Farringdon. The next station is King's Cross and change over the Piccadilly and Victoria lines, national and international rail services.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Right, I'm at King's Cross now. Let's run to the main line station. And once I reach it, I can stop the clock. It's quite a distance from the subsurface lines. It's probably a 2-minute walk, but I'm doing impressively well, in my opinion. And here I am. I have arrived at London King's Cross mainline station. And my time says, let's stop it now, 6 hours, 35 minutes and 40 seconds. Right, from leaving Manchester Piccadilly to arriving to the beautiful King's Cross station, actually my favorite station among the top 10 most used railway stations in Britain in 2021-2022. It took me 6 hours and 35 minutes. Let me know if you do the same challenge as well. Let me know your time in the comments below. I'm pretty sure you can make it much quicker than I did because I had quite considerable times in between the trains at Birmingham, and also wasted a bit of time on some of the trains down in London. One more thing I have to say, that if this challenge has included any stations which are actually in top 11 to top 20 on the list, which I will list on the screen for you in a few moments time, this challenge would probably be much more complicated and took much longer than it actually did, because some of the stations which are in top 11 to top 20 are quite far away from London. For example, Glasgow Central, Edinburgh Waverley, Leeds, so stations quite far away, spread across the country, so it would take me much longer than it took me today. But we will see how the situation changes next year. Maybe the top 10 will be completely different and we will have to do this challenge again. If you want me to do any other challenges like this one, please let me know in the comments below and I will be happy to look into it. Please also make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, comment below and click that notification bell as well. Basically, all the important things. Thank you very much guys for watching and I see you next time. Thanks, bye.